Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. In this week's video, we're going to take a look at two features that I'm really digging on the Launchkey Mk4 range and how I'm using them within my own production and how I use them to make sample packs. Full disclosure, I do work for Novation, so this isn't going to be a review, but I really wanted to showcase the two features because I really like it, and it's kind of pushed me away from using a couple of little plugins like Mk4 and stuff like that for making chord progressions because it's all within this one device now. So let's get into it. So first up, we are going to look at the chord mapping. Now, chord mapping is really good, but along with the scales feature that's integrated into almost anything and everything to do with music these days, it becomes really, really powerful. So if we just jump across to scale, and you can see we've got C major here, and if we come across, the first pot is going to give you the root note, and then as we come along here, we got minor, Dorian, and this goes on and on and on and on with tons and tons and tons of different scales. I feel like the team's worked really hard on putting a lot of scales in here, so helping people sort of break free of just the ones that you see on everything. This kind of adds a lot more to that. So with that said, I am just going to use minor. We're going to go with, let's go with G sharp minor. And then if we come along, you can hear when I hit certain keys, it just doubles up the note because it's just forcing that note to be playing within the scale. And you can see on the little screen here that it tells you which notes are in that scale. So if you want to learn a little bit more, it gives you that visual representation so you can kind of try and teach yourself a little bit more when it comes to theory. But that's just the start of the chord function. So if we push Shift and chord map, that brings us over to the chord map, and then we have these 8 blue and these 6 orange pads. Now these pads will be the chords. So if I play, and this gives you a lot more flexibility, so you don't have to try play a chord shape, maybe record the MIDI in, play another chord shape, play that in, and then just see how they go together. With this, it gives you these 8, but then as we scroll through, we have adventure, so we have the 5 different for the adventure, and then we have the explore, and we have the 8 for the explore. So that gives us effectively 40 packs. And if I bring it up on the screen, you can see here we have the adventure and the explore. So it's kind of like adventure is the up and down, so that's giving us these variations, and then explore is giving us the 8 other ones. So there's loads and loads and loads of options in there when it comes to choosing a different sort of MIDI pack. So if I play it along with some music, and this way, by just pressing the one pad, you can get something a little bit more rhythmic along with the actual chord shapes. So it's not everything on the downbeat or the offbeat. You can kind of play around and see what works best for you. You might want to sustain one chord and have another one just as like a little turnaround. So or and then you hold that last chord. Along with that is if we let it go, you can see it's got chord map, we got adventure, explore, and we have spread. So this third one will give us the spread option. So if we go normal, we can go to wide, and then we can go to widest. And these are just spreading those chords out. Again, we can record them in, kind of play around with it a little bit and get some different variations. So if we want a nice wide chord shape, go to the widest. Maybe you want that for sort of a B section. You want that same chord progression, but you want it to have a little bit more in terms of high-end frequency and stuff like that. We can go back to the wide. Just helping to kind of grow the chords that you have and not just sort of stick like, okay, we've got the triad, boom, we'll just play that. It can get a little bit boring. Without having to know any theory, you can just widen the chord shape to give you a little bit more flavor and something else to sort of play with when you're writing your music. Next up, I want to talk about the arpeggiator. Now, arpeggiators are on all synths, controllers and everything like that. You've got the plugins and everything. But the thing that I like about this one is if we select arpeggiator, and we've got the general things, we've got the tempo, we have the gate, swing, and just the different type of arpeggiator. But we also have the mutate and rhythm. So bring the mutate down, and the deviate will bring that down as well. And these are the last two pots here. So if and I've just got the hold on there so we can do a bit of hands-free action. And if we start to go along to the mutate, you can hear the different rhythms going in. And this goes all the way from 1 to 127. So we're going to get variations across the board. Now, along with that is we also have the deviate. So you can hear it puts in the pauses and stuff like that. But let's get this going, get some music going. So there we go, we got the music going with it. One thing you can do is you can long press the R button, and then that brings up this. So as we come across and we go to the deviate, you can see it's giving us the visual representation of what's going on. So that sounds kind of cool, but then what we can do is come across and add the mutate. Let's open that filter a little bit. Now I like that, but let's look at some variations of that. So I like that there. And along with that also we have the ties, so you can. So just some other little variations. So if you get sort of in the ballpark, maybe you've got this pattern, you're like, oh, this is cool, but I don't want all those. You can just change that there. And again, we can add some swing. And then let's look at the gate length. And I feel like just this one feature, the arpeggiator, along with the scale, is giving us like, it's almost like techno in a box sort of thing. You can come along. So there you go. There's a couple of little features that I'm really digging on the new Launchkey Mk4. Again, they come, this is the Mini 37. I have a 88 key big boy, the Mark III, and I like it because of the weighted keys, or the semi-weighted keys, but all of the premium editions of the Launchkey Mk4 have those keys. So I think I'll keep the 88 because I just like the size of it and everything like that. But I think I'm gonna have this off to the side just for the chord feature, and then also the arpeggiator to kind of write some more patterns and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys got something out of this video. And if you're looking for some more features, or you're looking for a more detailed sort of in-depth review of everything, again, check out Loopup's video. It's really, really good. And hopefully this has inspired you to create something. Until next time, see you later.